It's Wednesday, February the 10th, day 46 of the championship meet. The main reason I came out here today was to see Todd Fletcher's battery.
A half length in front. ISO fast and battery third on the outside. And then it's all up in lights, and one more shot trails the field, now 5 lengths from the front, and being ridden to go, and one more shot not keeping up. Around the far turn, Battery runs up on the outside now. Alongside of ISO fast, Fashionable Freddy starts to give way as All Up in Lights swings up on the far outside. Battery is the leader. 3/4 and 1, 12 and 3. They're into the stretch. Javier Castellano and Battery on top. And All Up in Lights.
Battery, today's bet of the day. Oh yeah, the bet of the day, 50. 50 to win on Battery. Woo-hoo. After Battery's big win in the 4th, I stayed for one more race, the 5th. It was a 3-year-old maiden special weight sprint. Yes, there was a Todd Fletcher horse. Yes, she was my bet. Number 2,
right
first-hand report.
As they come to the top of the stretch of 46 and 3/2 mile. First-hand report. Bodacious Babe, Jay Latosh closing on the outside. Mongolian Shoppers down at the rail. It is first-hand report.
First-hand report. Double the bet. See that? 5-2. Not only 7, but $7.80. Nearly $40 on a Fletcher first-time starter. Can you imagine? Wow. 2 Fletcher winners, 2 Mark winners. Woohoo!
Into the stretch, and Noble Prince turns for home in front. To the outside, Texas Rustler trying to make a race of it. Gaining ground 2 is Little Baker, and farther out, it's Starship Wildcat, and then Deer Dog, who's closing through an opening on the inside. It is Noble Prince in front, Deer Dog on the outside, Starship Wildcat. It's going to be a photo here. They're coming to the top of the stretch. Joya Stella takes the lead as they turn for home. Verbowen comes after her from the outside. Atlantic Sunrise back into third at the rail and bumping theirward. Determined Lady and Majestic Trick. It's down to Joya Stella and Verbowen. Joya Stella trying to hold on. Verbowen still coming. Joya Stella, Verbowen. These two down to the line, and Verbowen's got it. Verbowen beats Joya Stella.
It's Saturday, February the 13th, out here at Gulfstream on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. But as much for the live racing, I'm here for the simulcast racing. At Tampa Bay Downs, it's Festival Preview Day, their big day in anticipation of Tampa Bay Derby Day on March the 12th, when I will be there. My first bet at Gulfstream was in the 2nd, a non-winners to claimer going 8 furlongs. I didn't like either of the top 2 favorites, and that was the key to the race for me, because the top 2 favorites came from barns that were 2 for 33 and 1 for 38. Ouch. I like number 5, number 3, Steve Arena.
In the center of the track, and Left Coast Pyrgos is trying to make a move up the rail, and they still have to catch I Believe I Can. I Believe I Can holds on to the lead here. You know who's still closing from the outside. I Believe I Can. Steve Areno's going to make it close.
Steve Areno up in time, paced $13.80, almost $35 on the first winner of the day. Woohoo! I picked up my second win at Tampa, and this time the Grand Prix Sam Davis. Todd Fletcher had 2 in here. One was the last out maiden winner in Gettysburg. The crowd was all over him with Javier Castellano, 8-5. I didn't like him. I like number 3, Destin. John Velasquez had more experience and was coming out of a grade 3 Lecomte at the fairgrounds, one of the preps for the Louisiana Derby.
Runs at the leader now, second. Rafting on the outside, racing along third as they straighten away and sprint to the wire. It's Destin between horses. Surging to the lead from the outside. Rafting continues to run at him, but down to the wire. Dustin turns away the challenge of Rafting, and Dustin will go on.
At a big 4-1. Get back $50. Nice win in the Grade 3 Davis. Another Tampa Bay win. The 6th at Gulfstream, amazing special weight for 3-year-olds. No Todd Pletchers. I thought there'd be some betting value. Looked around and I found number 8, Star Hill.
Star Hill starts to get away. A half mile in 46 and 3. They're into the stretch, and it is Star Hill who has opened up to lead by 3 now. Then it's Drop Shot, Prove, and to the outside Hill Smith. But it's all Star Hill here.
Hill.
Star Hill with Michelle Harvey.
7-2, big time. Star Hill, 7-2, triple the bet, get that close to $70. Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, drew off, and he wasn't 7-2. He was 4-1. I get back a cool 75 beans. Woo! Nice. The feature today at Laurel is the Grade 2 Barbara Fritchie going 7 furlongs on the main track. Everybody liked Lady Sibylla, number 5. She was going to be the odds-on favorite, and I've bet her several times. In fact, in 8 of the last 10 starts for her, she's been odds-on. Last year on the Pimlico undercard, she disappointed me, and I just didn't trust her, so I was looking for a price horse. I like number 6, Dancing House.
6-1 as they reach the top of the stretch now, and it's Dancing House putting a gray neck in front, but Lady Sibylla's on the move, and there she goes. Lady Sibylla, Dancing House, Hot City Girl back in third, then Clothes Fall Off toward the center of the track, and Sweet on Smoky and Princess Violet and Wonder Gala got a 16th to go. Dancing House on the inside, Dead Determined's coming back for more. Dancing House and Kendrick Carmouche turning back. Lady Sibylla, Clothes Fall Off runs in the second.
Dancing House wins the Barbara Fritchie, pays $10. I doubled the bet. Okay, cash for another $50. Woo! The feature at Tampa today, the Grade 3 Endeavor Stakes, and it was my bet of the day. It marked the 2016 debut of Breeders' Cup champion Eclipse Award winner Tepin. Interesting story on Tepin was Keith and I were at the Breeders' Cup, and it was time for the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Mile. He wanted to bet a trifecta, and he said, "Who doesn't hit the board?" I said, "The 7, Tepin." He's like, "She's one of the favorites." I'm like, "She doesn't hit the board, much less win." I gave him 4 other numbers. Tepin won. My other 4 numbers came in 2, 3, 4, 5. Go figure. He said he'd never forgive me for that. So she goes on and she wins the Eclipse Award. What did I know? But not today. She wasn't fooling me. She just laid over this field. She even ran 75% she was going to win. Stalked the pace into the far turn.
Tepin is there second. Lexi Lou moves up on the outside. Now the challenge and photo call. Now they straighten away and they sprint to the wire. Tepin now strikes to the lead. Toward the rail, lovely Lorraine. And there she goes. Tepin, the Breeders' Cup champion, makes her 2016 debut a winning one.
Oh yeah, Tepin under a hand ride, 50 to win, the bet of the day.
Degrees of Freedom has taken the lead. Spring Mountain Mist back into second, tries to battle on from the inside. Princess Aquila right behind them in third. Degrees of Freedom and Javier Castellano pulling away now as Princess Aquila takes second. Degrees of Freedom much the best here. Under the wire, a 5-length winner over Princess Aquila. And they're into the stretch. Salt Mine is still there. Salt Mine turns for home in front. Bibbo ranging up alongside in second. Martini Kid gets going just behind them. Deficit Reduction still in with a chance too. Into the final 16th. Bibbo, Salt Mine, Deficit Reduction coming down to the line. It is Bibbo. After After that, it's 2.5 lengths more back to Mom's Laugh. And then more than a party, they're into the stretch and under a hand ride. Stone-tastic is putting on a show. Stone-tastic by the 8th pole by 8 lengths. No one's even close to her here. Stone-tastic and Paco Lopez just cruising on in here as Miss Melinda takes second. Stone-tastic comfortably home in the Miami shores.
It's Monday, February the 15th, and kudos to the Gulfstream Racing Office for putting together a fabulous card, 12 races in all, and every one of them the starter stakes were $60,000 to $75,000. In the fourth, it was the Trust Buster going 7 furlongs. Number 2
was 6 length lead here after a 44 and 4 half-mile, and the others have been left far behind at the top of the stretch. Defer Heaven turning for home all. As Double Down again moves up on the outside to battle for second with Passkey, and then Slotawalya, but at the 16th pole, Defer Heaven is by himself.
Wires the Trust Buster. Much the best.
And it's a head bob for
Defer Heaven, prime time in the Trust Buster. 20 to win for my. The feature race at the Great Race Place out west, Santa Anita Park, is the Grade 2 San Vicente going 7 furlongs. It's the National Spotlight race because it marks the 2016 return to the races of Breeders' Cup champion unbeaten Nyquist. His connections have said publicly that they will use the San Vicente as a starting set for the Kentucky Derby, with his next race scheduled to be Grade 1 Florida Derby, where he'd meet unbeaten Mo Heyman in an epic showdown. I think Nyquist looks much the best in spite of the rail draw. He's just too good for these.
They're coming toward the quarter pole, and Nyquist yet to be tested. Exaggerator makes his move on the outside, and Shake of Shakes in between them. Denman's Call has some run just behind this trio. He's looking for racing room. El Charo feels the whip. Nyquist at the top of the stretch is the leader. Exaggerator puts a stern test to him, and Denman's Call is running on very nicely, but with 1/8 of a mile to go, Nyquist is still under a hand ride. Exaggerator keeps trying him, but he cannot go with Nyquist, and the champ is back in fine fashion. Nyquist takes the San Vicente.
50 to win on Nyquist. See you in Florida, big guy.